What is good, Fantasyland? We are in FFPC streets tonight. Let me switch up my sign here. There we go. There we go. Daylight's put to sleep. It's draft room after hours with JD, the draft room baller. If you're in the chat, let me know. We're about to drop into a 125 buy-in FFPC never too early best ball tournament. $40,000 to the winner of this tourney. And there's only, I believe, 3 weeks left. This tournament basically goes to the NFL draft, I believe. Might have to double check that. We made it happen. It was supposed to be at 10 p.m. Eastern. I apologize for the delay, but the draft got delayed. We had 2 spots left for a bit. Now the spots are all filled up. Let's refresh the room. Let me share my screen here with you guys. So we're going to talk through some strategy tonight. Have some fun. We got the beats in the background. If you're in the chat, let me know if that volume's okay. I don't want to bust your ears or anything this late at night. 10:22 Eastern time up here north of the border. So we got the 11 spot. Back end of the drafts are very interesting right now. You've got kind of the back end of that second tier of receivers, the BTJs, the ASBs, the Puka Nakuas, the Malik Neighbors. We start the second tier of the running back. There we go. Got my little... There it is. It's going to be a fun draft. We got 1:20 left till it starts. Let me just repost that we're live on the old X machine. Hopefully everyone had a great day today. It was definitely interesting in the markets if you're out there in the stock market streets. But all right, let me just retweet this bad boy. Let me know if you guys have done any of these never too earlys, the 125 buy-ins. These are 20 rounds, so the slims. No kickers, no defense. 1 quarterback. Tight end preems. 2 receivers, 2 running backs. 2 flex spots. You know how we do it in the FFPC. If you're not already on myffpc.com, the best site to play fantasy, use the promo code. You see it on the screen, DRBaller, DRBALLER, and you'll get $25 off your first team. So this tourney will just cost you $100. All right, the clock is a ticking. 1 spot, Jamar Chase is pretty chalk. I think across the board of all platforms right now. I mean, I'm sure there's some fancy guys, fancy gals, maybe taking a running back there or another one of those top tier receivers, but Chase seems pretty much the 101 across the board so far this offseason. All right, there's my draft room. We are ready to go. Bijan, Brock Bowers going into 3 spots. So he's looking at Fantasy Mojo. If you're not on Fantasy Mojo and you're in the FFPC streets, I mean, even if you're not in the FFPC streets, just because you get all the data from the FFPC drafts, all the high stakes sharks, all the sharps out there. So you get to see kind of what their ADP is. I've got right now on my screen the ADP draft board for the last 7 days of this tournament, thanks to Fantasy Mojo. Ashton Genty off the board. What's up, Rubio? Thanks for joining, brother. Appreciate it. Let me see if you're... Oh, you are in the draft. We're neighbors, buddy. Nice first pick. I like it. I like it.
Now you are on the clock.
All right. I'm going to follow... Yeah, I got to follow my ranks here. My rankings. I'm going to go with the other second-year receiver, Brian Thomas Jr., little BTJ to start it off. Been getting a lot of him lately in drafts. 12 spot, getting a pretty decent value. Fall in a couple of those picks. We'll see who he takes. Rubio says he wanted Lamb. Lamb has been falling, which is nice. And that news today with Milton kind of helps with that, right? It helps with those Dak stocks, getting a nice little value on Dak. Never hurts. Derrick Henry goes off the board in the 12 spot. Oh, he goes double tap. So I get both my guys here. This is pretty sweet. Give me a little ASB to mix in with my BTJ. Nico Collins, I mean, any of those three guys I love. BTJ, ASB, and Nico Collins are pretty much in a tier for me, along with Neighbors. Puka is usually the last one in that tier for me, just since Adams is there. I don't know how he affects Neighbors. Let me know what you think in the chat. Might not affect them at all, but I don't know. I mean, look, these guys are all really good. You're nitpicking, right? In the first two rounds, you can't really go wrong with any of those guys in that second tier. So for me, it's Chase, Jeffries, Lamb, and then it kind of goes BTJ, Neighbors, ASB, Nico, Puka are kind of one tier. I don't think you can really go wrong in those first couple rounds, to be honest. Rubio, have you done a lot of these so far? This is my first live 125. I usually do the slows. I actually just registered for a slow, I think it was last night or this morning. And I got the, what did I get? The 2 spot. Let me see here. Never too early, 6 hour. We got the... You're going to hear the ding. There it is. Yeah, we're in the 4 spot in this slow draft. Let's see if Rubio is in this one. He is not. He is not. So... If you haven't drafted FFPC before, like I said, use the code DearBaller, get $25 off your first team. But these never too earlys are super fun. I made it last year. I made it to the final table of the Superflex version of this tournament, which is going on right now, also on the FFPC for $35 buy-in, $10,000 to first. This one is $40,000 to first, and was doing great going into that last week, and then just went from, what was I, 5th, I think, going into that weekend, and ended up finishing like 12th, 10th or 12th. But they're fun tournaments because it's before the rookie draft. So we all know after the rookie draft, a lot of these ADPs are going to change, shuffle around, which is what's fun with the NFL, right? Always something going on. Today we have Milton getting traded to Dallas. Let me know what you think. You think that's going to affect? I just think they get a really good backup, to be honest, in Joe Milton, with some upside, with potential. Dak's not like young at all, but I don't think he's out the door yet. So as much as people are quick to, kick old Prescott out of Dallas, I don't know if that's done Rubio has done 2 so far. First fast one. Yeah, well, there you go. We'll pop our cherries together. Appreciate you joining, Rubio. Rubio's in the 9 spot. I'm in the 10, or I'm in the 11. Apologies. For some reason I was thinking he's right next to me, but close enough. We're still neighbors. We're not next door neighbors. We're still neighbors. Yeah, I mean, Milton's an interesting cat. I drafted him in a Superflex FFPC. Not FFPC, sorry. In a kind of a private dynasty league. Late, was super late. The whole idea was if he gets traded, that's awesome. If he stays in New England, as awesome. He's behind May, but you know, you don't want to wish injury on anyone, but if he gets an opportunity, he's got high upside, right? So now I feel like, especially something like the Superflex tournament, the never too early, he'll probably move up a little bit ADP wise. But the beauty of that is Dak probably gets pushed down, right? Which is beautiful. We got a 3 running back start with Genty, A-Chain, and Hall in the 7 spot. We got a 2 tight end in the 3 spot. Brock Bowers, JSN, and George Kittle. I better get back to my draft room here.
You are up next.
All right. Very interesting. Receivers are definitely going quick. Glad I started with my 2. Ten spot taking the clock. He's got Puka Nacua, Nico Collins. He goes rookie running back with Hampton. I am actually going to go, which I probably wouldn't have done this a couple weeks ago, but I'm actually going to go with Chase Brown here. I think he's still the running back in Cincinnati this year. I think they may add some depth, but I think he showed enough. And after this turn, I'll get back in and
You are on the clock.
all right, let me look at some ADPs here. I got 2 guys in mind. We are going to go with Marvin Harrison as our wide receiver 3. So we started from the 11th spot with BTJ, ASB, Chase Brown, and Marvin Harrison. I like Chase as an anchor. Like I said, I think he's still the man in Cincinnati. Let's look at what he did here. Going over to the player profiler machine. I'm sure you all use it. If you don't, you're missing big time. If you go to the description of the show, I got a link down there, promo code, and you get a discount. off their main package, which is a must. So Chase Brown, yeah, so use promo code, there it is. I was trying to find my player profiler. Use the promo code BALLER, BALLER, and you'll get $25 off their premium package, which is the only way to go, really, on the site. There's so many tools, so much goodness on there, whether you're playing Dynasty, Best Ball. So Chase Brown last year finished as... I gotta make this a little bigger here. RB 14, 15.9 fantasy points per game, 11 touchdowns, 54 receptions. $65 targets for RB6. Expected fantasy points, 17.3 for RB9. Evaded tackles, 64 evaded tackles, which is beautiful, which is what you want from your running back. I know Nelson Sousa was huge in the Chase Brown last season. Curious to know what he thinks of him going into 2025. If we look at the Bengals right now going into the draft, they basically have their 6 picks from round 1 to round 6. They pick 17th overall. I just feel like that team needs so much. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think Cincinnati does, if anything, a running back in the draft. Right on the depth chart, they still have Zach Moss and not much else behind. All right, it's coming back to us here in the 5th round. Let's see what we have. Rubio's on the clock. He started with Malik Neighbors, Trey McBride, James Cook, Kenneth Walker. 7 spot, just smashing the grass. Genty, A-Chain, Hall, Hubbard, and Kamara. Rubio goes Metcalf.
Now you are on the clock.
And we get sniped by the 10 spot. Was hoping that... All right, we'll go Montgomery here. I was hoping Godwin would fall to us there.
Now you are on the clock. We're going to take Addison for wide receiver 4.
I mean, Addison just showed last year that he's got huge ceiling. Beautiful best ball pick, in my opinion, especially as a wide receiver 4. Rubio says 2 early QBs is interesting. Yeah, in the 5 spot. Gibbs, not my style, especially if you take Lamar in the 3 spot. I'm probably not taking Hurts in the 5th. And on top of that, there's not even any stacks going on there. So I don't even understand, but I might understand if you're, maybe you're trying to stack your top 2 guys or something and it kind of works out. Maybe you want to avoid taking a 3rd. I don't know. I'm not usually an early QB guy to begin with. I mean, I might take a guy here or there, like a Lamar. I've taken a Lamar with a Henry, that kind of thing. Especially in these tournaments, I like stacking my my running backs. But so going back to Addison, gave you a 30-point game in Week 12 last year, and a 39.3 Week 14 against Atlanta. So just showing a nice ceiling. And with J.J. McCarthy, you got to think is the quarterback this year. Seems like Minnesota's pretty confident in him coming back from his injury. And he can just get the ball down the field. So his accuracy, Jordan Addison, J.J. on the other side, I like getting a part of this offense. So apart from, actually, I was just going to say apart from the 2 QB, but the 3 spot with the 3 tight ends, very aggressive in the 3 spot. He's got Brock Bowers, JSN, George Kittle, Rashee Rice, TJ Hawkinson, and Quinshon Judkins. Then you've got 6 spots who's just pissing yellow down the middle. I mean, we've got some interesting Rubio, man. We got some interesting builds in the house. I mean, I'm looking vanilla compared to these guys. Started off with the 4 receivers, 2 running backs. See how my tea's doing over here. We got a little cinnamon tea. Rubio just realized that I'm JD from the GOATs. I am, buddy. I'm GOAT District. I thought you were retired. That's hilarious, man. Yeah, buddy. Loved GOAT District, man. Started that thing way back, like 2017, 2018. And got Dan on the team. Ended up with, Andrews, Theo. Like, we were rolling, man. But life got in the way. Had to kind of hang it up between my daughter, the career. And then I had surgery in October. Like, huge tear on my rotator cuff. Had to take 6 weeks medical leave off work. I was useless for 6 weeks, man. I was in a recliner. Got an infection too post-surgery on my shoulder. So it was just disaster. And sure enough, come back to work after the holidays. And just show up for my yearly review. And basically HR was, sitting there on the screen and told me they were going in a different direction. So here I am, man, jobless and back in the fantasy streets, starting something new, a little new project. Hopefully, Rubio, you're along for the ride, man. Appreciate you joining tonight. Anyone else is there? Draft Room Baller, man. Find me on X, on Twitter. Also on TikTok, dropping videos on TikTok. Never thought I'd be doing TikTok, but I've been doing that for over a month now. I've been dropping at least a video a day for 40 plus days. And tomorrow I start a new show, The Art of the Draft. We've got, yeah, it was unexpected, man. It was truly unexpected. I was at the company for 10 years, so definitely not expected coming back from med leave, but it is what it is. Life throws you curveballs, but you know what? It's all good, man. Couldn't be better. All right, we're coming back on the clock. Enough yapping.
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
Man, I gotta go Goff here. Right? Let's go. We got a little Detroit stack happening with ASB, Demont, and Goff. Not mad at that.
You are up next.
Najee Harris and Jalen Warren together again. Together again in the 12 spot. All right, let's go a little Travis Etienne. Match him up with my BTJ. So far from the 11 spot, we've got 4 receivers: Brian Thomas, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison. Running backs right now after 8 rounds: Chase Brown, Demont, and Travis Etienne. And then Jared Goff, captain of the ship. He had a champ season last year if you had him. Let's pull up the good old Jared. I think him and Baker probably 2 of the best kind of values at quarterback. Yeah, I mean, Goff finished QB 7. We got him here as QB 8, so he's going kind of around, you know, in that range. And again, I'm not usually taking quarterbacks early, but it's hard not to take them in a tournament like this. If you've got the trifecta stack going, Detroit, you know they're going to score a lot of points. He put up over 4,600 passing yards last year, a 72.4 completion percentage. .539 pass attempts. I mean, that offense is just beautiful, man. Hopefully they keep it going this year, even without the new with their OC replacement. John Morton. No, is that right? Yeah, I think John Morton. All right. Not sure where he came from. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. I mean, that team's so stacked. You got to think they just keep rolling. Dan Campbell there. Funny thing is, I almost took Laporta coming back in the fourth round instead of Harrison, but I don't know. Laporta's a guy I have trouble clicking on this season. He averaged 10.9 points per game. I mean, he's legit. Don't get me wrong, he's a stud. Finishes tight end 8. 7 touchdowns. 60 receptions, 83 targets, 16 games. Man, he went from 120 targets his rookie season to 83. But his yards per reception went up about two yards in 2024. Let's see what he does in 25. I mean, again, it's not that he's not. I don't think he's going to have a good season. The position just seems deep to me this year. And the tight ends are definitely flying off the board in this draft so far. You've got the 5 spot, went on a tight end roll from 6 to 8, Jonnu and Njoku Kincaid. You've got 3 spot, who's got Bowers, Kittle, and Hawkinson in the first 5 rounds. Rubio has got McBride, who I believe he just signed a monster contract today. And Tyler Warren. Where do you think Warren's going, Rubio? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I keep hearing the Colts. Guys, don't be shy. Smash that like button. Where's my little... There it is. If you're watching the stream, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I do at least 2 or 3 live best ball drafts a week. We've got one-on-one interviews with some of the best drafters in the game starting next week. All right, we're coming up here in the 9th round. Let's go back to our draft room.
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
Oh, what are we looking at here? All right, I'm going to take the good old Dallas Goedert. I think he's undervalued, man, in fantasy, just overall as a tight end. We'll go look at his production after this turn.
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
I love me some Isaiah Likely. That might be a bit ahead of ADP, but I definitely like me some Likely. And tight ends seem to be going off the board a little earlier this draft. 7 spot is coloring the whole way down. He's got his greens all together, his yellows all together. Now he's got Kyler and Justin Fields. Dak Prescott goes off the board to the CeeDee Lamb owner, round 10. Kyle Pitts was the other guy I kind of was looking at. I think he could easily surprise. It's kind of like the stocks, right? It's, you know, when everybody's got a bad sentiment is low, that's usually when things pop, right? Yeah, over the Rhine, is that what it is? Over the Rhine? That, trust me, he's sniped me a couple times now. He sniped me on Godwin. He sniped me on... Actually, Godwin's the only one he sniped me on. Yeah, I was looking at Golden too. I was definitely looking at Golden there. But I don't mind double tapping on the tight ends, especially I like pairing Goddard with Likely. Where do you think Golden goes, Rubio? You think he goes as the first receiver off the board or behind Tet? Excuse me. Dallas. That would be nice. That'd be nice for his value. Be good for fantasy. Be good for Dak. Tea is tasty. A little cinnamon tea action. Some cinnamon sticks in there. Get the blood flowing. So we are in the 11th round. After 10, we've got BTJ from the 11th spot, ASB, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison at receiver, Chase Brown, Demont, Travis Etienne, Goddard and Likely at tight end. We got some really interesting builds so far in this draft room. 3 spot has Bowers, Kittle, and Hawkinson in the first 5 picks. 5 spots got Lamar and Jalen, first 5 picks. And then he smashed 3 tight ends straight. 6 spot started 6 receivers straight. That would have been me like the last 2-3 years. I started sprinkling a bit more running back now, but I used to just smash yellow men early. And then 7 spot does the opposite. Goes Genty, A-Chain, Hall, Hubbard, Kamara. He's coloring. He just took his QB3. Got to keep the red going. Corver's on the board. He takes Diggs. He's got Sam Laporta and Mark Andrews in the first 6 rounds. Rubio is on the clock. All right, what are we doing here?
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
All right. Definitely going to take my T-Law here to stack with my BTJ, my Travis Etienne. So we've got both of our quarterbacks nice and stacked.
You are up next.
12 spot just sniped my Jordan Mason. Dirty. Actually, that's my fault. I should have taken him and then waited for T-Law to come back. But that's fine. That is no problemo. The backup plan. Let's see, where are we going here? Got a couple other options. Look at the good old rankings. I'm gonna go Garendo. Love me some Garendo in these drafts. Garendo and Mason are probably two of my most owned guys in best ball drafts right now. I just can't get on CMC. I mean, last year, everything in my body told me not to jump on CMC. Harry Snowman and me split a football guys at the time. The Gorilla was the football guys. And we had one last live draft. And for some reason, we decided to make it a CMC build. And that was the worst regret. It's all good. We still won ourselves a main entry for this year. So looking forward to that draft. I've got one with Dan too, actually. See if we can get that thing on a live stream for you guys. So let me know what you guys think so far of the build. We've got the Detroit, Jacksonville stacks going. Pretty balanced bills so far, nothing crazy. Ah, I missed it. Yeah, he's good, man. Snowman's good. He's just busy. He's going through some transitions in life, but he's just a busy man. I reached out to him for this one. I missed on Strange coming back there. I mean, I like the Garendo pick, but if I would have seen it, I probably would have taken Strange. Let me see where he goes ADP-wise. I haven't done enough FFPC live drafts. So round 13, yeah, that would have been a good spot to take him. It's all good. Position is deep. All right. Let's go back to the draft room. We're coming back 13th round already. Nice thing about these is you get 60 seconds. A lot of other platforms, you're looking at like 30-second clock. I just love the FFPC 60-second draft. You're not panicked. Not as many auto drafts.
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
All right, we are definitely going to take Zach Ertz here. I owed the 12 spot a snipe, so you know. I love taking Zach Ertz right now. As much as I love, what's his name? Wow, Sinat. And who knows if Ertz makes it through the season, but the way he looked last year, especially in the back end of the season, I definitely like his price. Tight end premium. Getting him as the tight end 23. See what he finished last year. I feel like it'd be better than that. He's definitely up there, 34, but looked legit, man, last year. Finished tight end 9. So for me, the value is pretty sweet. Gonna probably keep this. Couple options here that I don't hate. What do we have so far?
15 seconds left.
I'm going to double tap the tight end again. Little Ertz Gesicki action. Because your tight ends play in the flex spots in these builds, if you actually look at the RotoViz roster construction explorer, 4 or 5 tight ends is optimal for these builds, for the slims. Nick, what's up, brother? I haven't seen this guy in a while. Let me move that. There we go. I gotta change the, let me get that lettering a lot brighter. Come on, what's going on here? Is it this here? Ah, there we go. It's not what I meant to do, but that'll do. At least we could see what you guys are saying now. Nick, what's up, brother? Appreciate you joining, man. We got to get you on. Thanks, man. Thanks. We back, baby. We back. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you smash that like. We are back streaming 2, 3, sometimes 4 live drafts a week. I got to get Nick on. He's a beast out there in the... Still have the Goat District sticker I gave him in Vegas. There we go. Those FFPC live drafts, man. That's awesome. That was like a last minute, get some stickers together, you know? Glad you still have it, man. Are you in this draft? Let me see here. I'm not seeing you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you joining. So already 15th round. Nick, shoot me a DM on the X machine. Look for Draft Room Baller. Just want to make sure I have the correct handle so I can reach out to you. Let me know what you think of the build too, man. Definitely respect your input. You've had a lot of success on the site. Let's get back in the draft room here. So we're coming up on the 15-16 turn.
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
Too many options in this range. It's like everybody's flat. All right, let's do... I don't have a lot of rookie action in this. Go Ollie Gordon here.
You are up next.
There we go.
Now you are on the clock.
Just scrolling through my... All right. We are back on the clock. I just can't stop drafting this guy, Marshawn Lloyd. Dealt with injuries last year in Green Bay. Josh Jacobs is definitely a beast. Coming off of, what was it, how many touches did he get last year? So Jacobs last year, 27 years old, 300, 301, 233, 340 the year prior. He's definitely a beast. But I like grabbing the guy behind him, and I don't think we saw what Marshawn Lloyd had to offer last year, so. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but I just think I like what I saw from Garendo last year. And I'm really not big on CMC this year. He worries me, man, coming off of 3 injuries. I just like running backs in that offense. So this late, round 12, as my RB4 or 5, is he 4? Yeah, RB4. I don't mind him. I was actually wanting Jordan Mason. I messed up, to be honest. I should have taken Mason in the 11th and then came back for Lawrence, knowing that the 12th spot had already taken 2 quarterbacks. So little mistake on my part. That's a live streaming mistake when you're not like fully 100% focused on the draft, playing around with, you know, things on the production side. But it's a lesson, right, for whoever's watching, especially when you're close to the ends there and there's like 1 or 2 guys between your picks. Make sure you plan them accordingly. Look at what the other guy has in between your picks. Because if I had taken Mason first, Lawrence is probably making it back to me there. Mason was next in the queue, and I was just surprised he made it back to me. So, you know, hindsight, what's that saying? Hindsight is 40/40 or whatever that is. I'm French, man, so I mess those up all the time. But yeah, that if I could redo anything right now with this draft, it would be that I would have taken Mason, then Lawrence. Yeah, see, Nick agrees. He knows what's up, man. Oh, I'll spot my mistake right away, and that's what you got to do after you do these drafts. These draft boards you got to study them after you're done. Look at your mistakes. Don't just think you drafted the winner, right? But that's probably my my one fix that I would take back right now. So we're in the 17th round, 17-18 turn here. Let me go back to the draft room. We're going to be on the clock soon. Let's see what we're going to do here. Let me know what you think of the build so far, guys. If you're in the chat or you're watching this later on, drop your comments, picks you like, don't like. I've already spotted my one mistake. If you see anything else, let me know.
You are up next.
A lot of interesting builds, too, in this room. I mean, that's what you want to do in a tournament. You don't necessarily want to go too chalk.
Now you are on the clock.
I'm going to go Wandell here. I mean, when he's healthy, he's good. Especially he's got Russell or Winston throwing him the ball.
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
Palmer and Gray go off the board. There's a few options in this range right now. Take the Canadian kid. Go with Alec Ayamanor. Stanford. Player Profiler's got him comped to Khalil Shakir. Over 1,000 yards last year. 62 receptions, 26.2 target share. Oh, that was, sorry, 23. I've been reading these upside down. 24, 30%, 30.4% target share. .44, 40. 6'2", 206 pounds, so pretty big boy. We'll see, man. He gets a good landing spot and gets an opportunity. I think he's nice late round tournament type pick. Betch is the other guy that I like taking in this round. I usually flip flop between the two of them, and the other guy I consider was Noah Fant, but not realizing I only have 4 receivers so far, or had 4 going into this turn. I want to at least get a couple more. So we got 4 solid tight ends so far: Dallas Goedert, Isaiah Likely, Zach Ertz, and Gesicki. no offense, funny, right? He's last year he dealt with injuries. He was on the end of my bench in those dynasty, even in redraft, man. He seemed like such a good value going into the season. He had the opportunity, but he just didn't capitalize when he was on the field. Now Gino's gone, and that offense is definitely going to look different. DK's gone, so if he's still there, you got to think they're going to get him more involved. I would have liked to get him there as my tight end 5, but like I said, with only 4 receivers, I wanted to lock up my 5th and 6th. So last year he finished as tight end 23, 64 targets, 48 receptions, 14 games, only 1 touchdown. So there's definitely a lot of room for him to pop. I mean, he's one of those receiving guys, right? Receiving tight ends like those Kyle Pitts, Gesicki types. They're not necessarily out there to block. So we've got 2 picks left. We'll see what comes back to us, and then we'll go through the lineup, look at some of these builds. Remember to smash that like button, guys. Smash that subscribe. Make sure you tune in anytime we go live. Love hearing you guys in the chat. If you're watching this later on, drop a comment. Let me know you watched. Let me know what you like, don't like. I don't mind a little criticism. We all want to get better. Right, Nick? All right, let's go look at that draft room, see what we got coming up here. All right. Seeing some things I like in here. We're in the deep waters right now. The deep waters. 18, 19, 20 rounds. Yeah, you know what? It was just Goat District had its run, man. I felt by the time it was done, it became, you know, when I left, it was Dan and I. It was, you know, Theo became a big part of it before he went to Player Profiler. I went 8 years with that thing, man. That thing started like me in my garage with Nate Pilmer doing a podcast. We had no idea what we were doing. And I just, you know, kept kind of growing it. And it became what it became. But I just, coming back after hiatus, this is really my own thing now. I'm doing this solo, so I just felt kind of weird, you know, continuing with it. Maybe I should have, but, you know, like I said, hopefully you guys support Draft Room Baller. I'm going to put out the best content I can to help you guys. Like I said, I'm going to start getting one-on-ones. I've got the art of the draft starting, where I'll be interviewing some of the best drafters in the game. But, yeah, I heard about Theo. Sent him a little congrats in the DMs. Yeah, I was surprised to see him leave Player Profiler, to be honest. All right, where are we going here? I'm going to go Tolbert.
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
All right, which one of these guys do we want? Got a couple tight end options here. I'm going to take the other tight end in Seattle that I like, AJ Barner. Athletic freak. He had his moments. I know he's a blocking tight end. But hey, if Fant doesn't pan out or maybe they move him before the season. Last round pick. Nice little flyer. Yeah, is he Destination Devi? Dan? No, isn't Destination Devi... Dan's with Stackers. With Bradley on Player Profiler. So we moved, well, we didn't move. We actually went over on Player Profiler. Bradley Stadler, that's it. And he does... I'm blanking on the name. Something stacking. I gotta find it here. He just reached out to me, actually, Bradley. So I've got it in there. Yeah, Stack Hunters. Sorry. Stack Hunters is what Dan's doing. And he also does Dynasty Empire. Is it Fantasy Empire with the high stake guys. Like he's got Nelson on there. There's like 3 of them that are, Stack Hunters. There you go. There's Peanut Punch. Peanut Punch. I joined this draft thinking you were in it, but then I realized you were in the $35 live draft. So I'll be sitting down with Peanut Punch tomorrow. He's a huge drafter on the FFPC and a bunch of platforms. So we're gonna go one-on-one. I'm gonna pick his brain, have a nice convo. Maybe we'll jump into a live draft together. But that's it, guys. Let me read off the roster. So we started off in the 11th spot. BTJ, ASB, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison, Wandell Robinson, Aya Manor, and Jalen Tolbert at the receiving position. We've got Chase Brown, Demont, Etienne, Garendo, Ollie Gordon, and Marshawn Lloyd at running back. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. We've got a Detroit stack with Goff at quarterback, another stack in Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence. The tight ends are Dallas Goedert, Likely, Ertz, Gesicki, and then a little big swing in the 20th round with AJ Barner out there in Seattle. So guys, let me know what you think of the build. Don't forget to smash the like, the subscribe, and don't be shy, man. Drop your comments. Let me know your comments on the YouTube machine. You don't like the build, you like it. There's a lot of other interesting builds in this draft. I mean, we had the best thing, Rubio. Rubio is on with us as well. He was in the 9 spot. Let's look at Rubio's build. I like what he did. Good structure. Couple of rookie quarterbacks in the end there, in the back end to tap on to Bo Nix. Some good upside. Little rookie tight end. Actually, 2 rookie tight ends with Trey McBride. I like that upside. And then Ben Sinnott hedged against my Zach Ertz. Nice build, Rubio. I'm not a Pacheco guy, but I'm not going to hold it against you. Otherwise, I mean, you've got the 5 spot who went Lamar and Hurts in the first couple rounds and then still took Geno. That to me is... And then Rodgers at the end. Oh, man. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I'm not a fan of taking Lamar and Hurts in the first 5 rounds to begin with, but if you're going to do that, you really don't need the other 2 quarterbacks, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, let me know. Appreciate it, Rubio. Nice drafting with you, brother. Hope to see you back soon. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, check out the board, guys. Have a look at it. I'm gonna post it actually. If you check me out on X, Draft Room Baller, I'll post the draft board on there so you guys can have a look at the whole board. It's hard to get the whole thing on the screen. And then let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which team won. Again, check me out on TikTok if you're on TikTok. I drop fantasy football content on there, at least one video a day. And otherwise, that's it, man. I appreciate you guys joining. Glad we got an FFPC draft going. We'll check you later. Peace.